If you peel away centuries of artwork, translation, commentary, ritual, and doctrine, the miracle accounts themselves are surprisingly bare, almost plain. There's no lightning, no swelling violins, no charging up montage. Just, he touched, he spoke, the thing shifted. The simplicity itself is unsettling, not because it makes the miracles more believable, but because it makes them stranger. In every other ancient text, miracles are theatrical. Here, they're almost clinically minimal. Most people remember the colorful versions painted in churches, bright robes, glowing halos, beams of light. But the earliest manuscripts describe the acts almost like someone jotting down field notes. A statement, an action, a result, done. It reads less like magic and more like instructions. And that's the part nobody ever mentions. Even scholars who aren't religious have pointed out how weirdly casual the writers are about these events. They're not trying to prove anything. They're not building a case. They're documenting something they assume the reader already accepts, which creates a quiet, uncomfortable question. Why would anyone write miracles this matter-of-factly unless the audience didn't see them as impossible? In ancient Greco-Roman literature, divine acts are full of spectacle. Clouds cracking open, gods descending, thunder announcing supernatural intervention. But in the gospel accounts, nothing, not even a shimmer of light. If anything, Jesus almost seems irritated when people react dramatically. He'll heal someone and then say, "Don't tell anyone," which raises another subtle thread. It's almost like the spectacle wasn't the point. Maybe it was something else. When Jesus performs an act, he rarely frames it as his power. Instead, he reflects it back to the person involved. Your faith has made you whole. Let it be done according to your belief. If you had faith, nothing would be impossible for you. It's a strange pattern. A miracle occurs, and Jesus turns the spotlight away from himself every single time. Not "I healed you," not "I caused this," but "you aligned with something, and this happened." That's a very different tone from what most of us were taught. It's subtle. It's easy to miss, but once you notice it, it breaks the frame open. Why would the central figure of the story keep insisting he wasn't the one doing the work? When you place all these moments side by side, a pattern emerges. The writers don't dramatize the miracles. Jesus downplays his role. Belief, not power, is emphasized. The acts themselves are described as if they were normal. Not common, not everyday, but normal. Like this is just how reality is supposed to work under certain conditions. And this is where Thread 1 begins bending into something more provocative. Because if the miracles were written as spectacle, you could dismiss them as myth. If they were written as propaganda, you could dismiss them as persuasion. But they're written as observation, almost as if the writers are saying, "This is simply what happened." And that tone, that quiet confidence, is exactly what leads us into Thread 2. Because if the miracles are written this simply, then Jesus' promise that others would do the same things starts to sound less symbolic and more literal.